Hello there, it's Star14, and is this how our future radar outposts will look like? Your personal home away from home? Apparently, the new Frozen Trails update is not just a map, but a whole deep progression system, which I know we've all been waiting for these last months. But I didn't expect that this would entail a whole new home room, whole outpost we can decorate ourselves, progressing each system of the outpost to upgrade our home, which is kind of amazing. I am hoping that we can actually walk around in the outpost, customize each little thing, because right now, or how it has been working with the progression system, is that the radar den was just a static screen and you could see like a duck behind there or an obelisk or something you grabbed topside, but really it was only about upgrading your workstation, explosive station, med station, gunsmith station, whatever. And that was the progression. And now I know we've all done that, so there's kind of no progression. But it seems like the outpost system will change that, and it will be topside. We are reclaiming topside. How does that work? Imagine you're going to spaceport, and when you come home back to your little outpost in wherever that is, maybe in the Frozen Trail, Ark has inhabited that place, and boom, you're sharing your bed with a fireball. So now we are taking the fight to the Ark. So how will this work? Will the outpost be in the Frozen Trail, if that map's called that, and because of the cold weather conditions, Ark is maybe less threatening, which wouldn't make sense because they are also saying that the new Ark operation up there is the most threatening one we've ever witnessed, and that we have to work together to actually fight it, but more on that in just a second. So how is our outpost safe? Why can we be topside without having to fear a raider or Ark coming in and annihilating us in our sleep? And does that mean Speranza is gone, or that we can't go back, or that we can go back but it's only like a trade hub? Will we live in our outpost or in Speranza? Or did something happen to Speranza? That would be kind of interesting. But does that also mean that in the Frozen Trail, in our outpost, people always raid from there to Spaceport, Riventides, whatever? So many questions over questions. But honestly, I'm loving this. I know we've all been excited for a new map, but when Riventides came out, it was fun. It was a new map, a new Ark operation with the turbine, but there was no real reason to go out except for seeing the new map, because there was no progression system. There is no endgame in Ark Raiders, and that is the biggest thing that Ark Raiders is missing. So I'm very glad that they are not just doing a new map and new Ark, but they are working on the core gameplay loop and progression system, which is, I think, so important to keep us engaged. And I'm so excited that they're actually doing this. So if we step one foot outside our outpost for just a second, the Frozen Trail map is actually going to be the largest map ever, which is kind of incredible because Riventides was very small, but damn Battlegrounds and Spaceport and like Blue Gate, they're a good chunk of map. If they're going to even bigger, that's kind of incredible. What is also incredible is that they're saying that the map is more vertical, like layered, which means the map is just larger than usual, and it's also layered, so it means like there's even more map to explore, if you know what I mean. But apparently an unprecedented signal is coming from the mountains up in the snowy wilds, calling us there, and they're saying that we will be able to find out more about the origin of Ark and about everything that is going on, which means more story and lore, which is incredible because fuck yeah, I love Ark Raiders lore. It's incredible. I love the world. I want to know what happens, man. Where do these fucking bots come from? What is also interesting that this whole update is tailored around like a frozen world, like with cold snap, but permanent. Maybe it's because the new map is up high in the mountains where it's always cold. Like, remember when you're on each map, you can see like the mountain in the background, which has like a snow top. Maybe it's there. We don't know. The only image we currently have of the new map is a train up in the mountains. So that would make sense. Very interesting is also that they're saying that new Ark and threats are coming. What do they mean by threats? Is Ark not a threat? Maybe it's like in Cold Snap where the weather is the threat. Also like in Hurricane where the wind is just damaging your shield. But I'm curious what kind of new Ark they're bringing into the game, because I know a lot of feedback on the latest new Ark were that they're just an Ark we already have, but like pimped or like with a different kind of weapon set, but nothing else has changed. But it makes sense because they're saying that the Ark behavior is like a whole thing they have to design, and it takes very long to develop a satisfying Ark enemy, which I think sounds reasonable. So I think spending 6 months now on, I don't know how many new Ark we are getting, but that means we are getting a total new behavior set and a whole different challenge, which is very interesting. But even more interesting is that they're saying it's not just one Ark, it's From tiny to large, from small and nifty to an enormous machine. And I know we've all seen the image of the big frigate, but I don't think that's like an enemy. I think that frigate, which holds like the Emperor or whatever, just spawns Ark from above. I think that's where all the Ark are coming from. I don't think we're going to fight a frigate. But what kind of big Ark is that supposed to be? Like another crab, like the Queen or Matriarch, or something insanely more scary and different? Like Spider, 8 legs, please no. But I don't know, like from tiny to large, even if it's just 2 Ark, it's... I'm so curious. They have so many different arcs now. Just combining those things in different ways could also be interesting. But if that wasn't enough, there will also be a new arc operation, which is very exciting because I love arc operations. Because an operation reuses a map, but changes how that map is played, which I really enjoy. Like with the last big arc operation, during that operation, on the map, all the other loot is shit, so people will actually go to that operation, so you know there will always be the threat of other players. But all these things combined, man, like new map, new arc threat, new arc operation, new outpost, like how did that all combine? I'm imagining a scenario where I can walk around in my outpost, because please, I want to do that. I just don't want to just look at a screen. I want to be able to move around on that outpost in my little safe space, decorated with tick pods and matriarch hearts and legs, and then look out the window, see the map, see 10,000 radar flares go up in the air because people just can't stop shooting, and then think to myself, hell yeah, I'm going in there. That's how I'm imagining it, but I don't know. Embark will also be at Gamescom at the end of the month, and I hope we will at least get a new trailer where we'll be able to see the new threat, the new outpost, the new progression system, also encompassing more skill points. That's like a thing. I didn't think Ark lacked the skill tree. There are so many skills. You can't get all the skills with these 75 skill points you get. So I wasn't worried about not having enough skills. I'm worried about not having enough skill points. But I don't mind it. You know, if they revamp the skill tree, go for it. But what do you think? Will Frozen Trail revive Ark? I think yes. If it is sustainable, I have no idea. If it will go back down after 3 to 4 months or even after a month, I don't know. But I think in October the numbers will go way up again. And then we'll see what happens after that. I don't really care, you know. I bought the game, I have played the game, I have loved the game, now it's over. And now I'm getting like Ark Raiders 2.0 and I don't have to pay for it. Fuck yeah, you know, even if it's just like 50 hours of amazing content, it's free, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for my little outpost. I'm excited for the Frozen Trail map and Ark operations with the new Ark threat, which will send me back to Speranza 10 times a day, but I'm still gonna love it. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.